What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and last night I watched Werewolf by Night. And something I want to stress right off the bat, I really want this to sink into people's heads. If you've followed the channel for a while, if you've watched a live stream, if you followed me on Instagram or Twitter, you probably know that I don't like scary, creepy, horror, ghost, any type of that stuff, any like creepy type of stuff, I don't like. I really don't. So when Marvel announced Werewolf by Night, I'm like, that's pretty cool because, you know, Jack Russell from the comics, blah, 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 blah. Like, the nerd I am thought that was cool. But internally, I was like, I'm going to have to watch this. I'm going to have to do a review on this. And I was concerned because I don't typically like that kind of stuff. And I'm just kind of like, I hope I'm not like extremely biased. But I watched it and I got to say, I loved it. Like, I really loved it, which is like a big surprise to me. Like a huge surprise to me. I don't like this type of stuff. Like, I really don't. Like, even the Addams Family, I don't like because it gives off that kind of creepy vibe to me, which makes me just kind of like, makes my skin crawl. I don't know why. Like, I can watch those movies. I just don't enjoy them at all. I really don't. And I get why some people do like them because it's an adrenaline rush and all that stuff. But to me, it's the opposite effect. However, Werewolf by Night, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I loved it. I was sitting there like, I was leaning forward because I watched it on my computer. I was leaning forward like more and more. Like, I found myself like leaning on my desk when I watched this. And I was so taken back that I liked it so much. I think most people know Greg Alba from The Real Rejects. I texted him right before I watched it, and he was like, dude, it's awesome. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, but you don't like that stuff, so I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I really don't know. And I texted him after, I'm like, dude, that was freaking awesome. It was really cool. It was really cool, especially, I don't know, like, it was creepy. I think the people who do like that stuff are still going to really feel like they dove in for that. And I interviewed one of the producers last night, and that's what they set out to do. He said they set out to make, you know, that creepy movie that was inspired by, like, you know, these old monster films in the 30s. And I'm just so shocked that I liked it so much. And I said this on Instagram, I said this on Twitter. It's actually one of my favorite things to come from Marvel Studios, like, period. That's how much I loved it. And I think fans are, I've already seen some of this said online. Some people were like, oh, I think this is going to start Marvel's comeback because a lot of people haven't been too satisfied with Phase 4. Some people really like it, some people don't. That's just how it is. But I think for those people who haven't liked Phase 4 so far, I do think this is going to be like sort of that comeback for Marvel Studios that those people might have been waiting for. Because I loved it. Now, I will say something kind of about the MCU as a whole. I thought Moon Knight was kicking off the supernatural, and it did. And I love Moon Knight. I do. But I feel like this really is kicking off like the supernatural, like then Blade's next and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's a very different vibe, right? This is a very different vibe than Moon Knight because this is, you know, like the creepy and the monsters and stuff like that. And yeah, we had some of those monsters in Moon Knight, but this is cool. And I don't know why I think it's cool. I really don't, because I don't typically like this stuff, but the story is good. And I think that was like the main thing that drove me to it. And then just the way they filmed it all. This isn't a review. This is just my reaction and initial thoughts, which, as you can tell, are one, I'm shocked. And two, I really, really enjoyed it. It's kind of not gory. That's not the right word, but like it does what it's supposed to do. I would say that they didn't hold back on this. That's what I would say. I would say they set out to make the film that they wanted to make, and that's what they did. And it is a film, for those asking. It is, I think it's like an hour long. It's a feature. So I think we were talking about it in the press junket. It was me, Eric Voss, Brandon Davis, John from The Real Rejects, and Jabby. We were discussing what a feature is, and I guess it's anything over 45 minutes. So it is a film. And honestly, it's one of my favorite things to come from Marvel Studios, as weird as that sounds, because those who know me, people who are really close to me, I don't do scary stuff. For A Quiet Place with John Krasinski, that's not even like a scary movie. I don't know what that would be defined as, maybe a thriller. I didn't want to go, and I was like, I'm not going to see that movie. And a bunch of my friends were going to see the movie. Everybody knows that I love the movie theater experience. I love popcorn and soda and all the stuff like that. So my friends literally went, we will buy you 2 tubs of popcorn if you just come to the movie with us. And there's like 10 people, so it's like a whole group thing. And they obviously didn't want me to not go with them. And I was like, fine, buy me the popcorn and I'll go. That's how I feel about creepy things, and that's not even supposed to be like a scary movie. It's like a thriller, right? But that's how I feel. So going into this, I was like, oh man, I don't necessarily want to watch this, but I do. But I'm hesitant, and I'm crazy shocked that it's one of my favorite things now. It really is. It's really cool. I was like texting a bunch of people. I was like, you guys are gonna love this. Like it's awesome. So that's my initial reaction. Is that I'm so shocked at how much I liked it, and I think the Marvel fans are really, really going to enjoy this a lot. There's some really cool MCU stuff in it, some connections and stuff like that. That's all I'll say. But it's so cool. It's so cool. Everything from the way they filmed it to the story to the characters. I liked all the characters, actually. Yeah, they were really cool too. So yeah, get ready for Werewolf by Night. It comes out October 6th, I believe. So around 10 days from now, not too long to wait. It's a perfect spooky film for spooky season. So fans are gonna be excited. I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope everybody else does too, because it's awesome, and it may be that comeback that people are waiting for. But yeah, once you see it, I can't wait to have a discussion about it. We'll do one. So I will catch you all next time. Woof woof.